Beowulf, anonymously written, translated by Burton Raffel. Chapter 42. Hiding that treasure deep in its tower, as the dragon had done, broke God's law and brought it no good. Guarding its stolen wealth, it killed Wiglaf's king, but was punished with death. Who knows when princes and their soldiers, the bravest and strongest of men, are destined to die, their time ended, their homes, their halls empty and still. So Beowulf saw out the dragon, dared it into battle, but could never know what God had decreed, or that death would come to him, or why. So the spell was solemnly laid by men long dead. It was meant to last till the day of judgment. Whoever stole their jewels, their gold, would be cursed with the flames of hell, heaped high with sin and guilt, if greed was what brought him. God alone could break their magic, open his grace to man. Then Wiglaf spoke, Wexton's son. How an entire country suffers on one man's account. That time has come to us. We tried to counsel our beloved king, our shield and protection, show him danger, urge him to leave the dragon in the dark tower it had lain in so long, live there till the end of the world. Fate and his will were too strong. Everyone knows the treasure his life bought. But Beowulf was worth more than this gold, and the gift is a harsh one. I've seen it all. Been in the tower where the jewels and armor were hidden, allowed to behold them once war and its terror were done. I gathered them up, gold and silver, filled my arms as full as I could, and quickly carried them back to my king. He lay right here, still alive, still sure in mind and tongue. He spoke sadly, said I should greet you, asked that after you'd burned his body, you bring his ashes here. Make this the tallest of towers and his tomb, as great and lasting as his fame, when Beowulf himself walked the earth, and no man living could match him. Come, let us enter the tower, see the dragon's marvelous treasure one last time. I'll lead the way, take you close to that heap of curious jewels and rings and gold. Let the pyre be ready and high. As soon as we've seen the dragon's hoard, we will carry our beloved king, our leader and lord, where he'll lie forever in God's keeping. Then Wiglaf commanded the wealthiest Geats, brave warriors and owners of the land, leaders of his people, to bring wood for Beowulf's funeral. Now the fire must feed on his body. Flames grow heavy and black with him who endured arrows falling in iron showers, feathered shafts, barbed and sharp, shot through linden shields, storms of eager arrowheads dropping. And Wexton's wise son took 7 of the noblest Geats, led them together down the tunnel deep into the dragon's tower. The one in front had a torch, held it high in his hands. The best of Beowulf's followers entered behind that gleaming flame, seeing gold and silver rotting on the ground with no one to guard it. The Geats were not troubled with scruples or fears, but quickly gathered up treasure and carried it out of the tower. And they rolled the dragon down to the cliff and dropped it over. Let the ocean take it, the tide sweep it away. Then silver and gold and precious jewels were put on a wagon with Beowulf's body and brought down the jutting sand where the pyre waited. 43. A huge heap of wood was ready, hung around with helmets and battle shields and shining mail shirts, all as Beowulf had asked. The bearers brought their beloved lord, their glorious king, and weeping laid him high on the wood. Then the warriors began to kindle that greatest of funeral fires. Smoke rose above the flames, black and thick, and while the wind blew and the fire roared, they wept, and Beowulf's body crumbled and was gone. The Geats stayed, moaning their sorrow, lamenting their lord. A gnarled old woman, hair wound tight and gray on her head, groaned a song of misery, of infinite sadness and days of mourning, of fear and sorrow to come, slaughter and terror and captivity. And heaven swallowed the billowing smoke. Then the Geats built the tower as Beowulf had asked, strong and tall, so sailors could find it from far and wide. Working for 10 long days, they made his monument, sealed his ashes in walls as straight and high and wise as willing hands could raise them. And the riches he and Wiglaf had won from the dragon, rings, necklaces, ancient hammered armor, all the treasures they'd taken were left there too. Silver and jewels buried in the sandy ground, back in the earth again, and forever hidden and useless to men. And then 12 of the bravest Geats rode their horses around the tower, telling their sorrow, telling stories of their dead king and his greatness, his glory, praising him for heroic deeds, for a life as noble as his name. So should all men raise up words for their lords, warm with love when their shield and protector leaves his body behind, sends his soul on high. And so Beowulf's followers rode, mourning their beloved leader, crying that no better king had ever lived, no prince so mild, no man so open to his people, so deserving of praise. The end.